Okay, today I am outside. I had to bring some things to my daughter in quarantine that she couldn't get here in Miami. So I don't have a lot of samples of the work, but we're going to go through the planner and I think you'll be able to handle it okay once I email it to you. Okay, so for this week, our book is What Makes a Rainbow. So all of the lessons are around colors, color mixing, color sorting, things like that. So on Monday, for literacy throughout the entire week, there are several little mini books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all on different colors. So they're all similar. It says, I know green, then it's going to have, or I know whatever color, it's going to have something that is that color, and then it's going to have a little monster and an umbrella that you're going to color in that color. Now, if you have a little one who really doesn't like to color, you might want to go ahead and pre-color these, because other than just making the book, what you can do is cut them apart and you can use them for color sorting. So you can mix the things all up and you can read to them, I know, and say, what color is this? Green, because you've already colored it green. Then they can pick from all the things that are green. You could also do sort of a memory game where you turn them over, mix them up, turn 2 over, are they the same color? Use these to play some different games because they're very similar. So you have green, blue has a bird, and then the monster and the umbrella. Orange has an orange with the monster and umbrella. Purple has grapes. Red has a strawberry. And yellow has a banana. So you're going to use those for literacy activities. For math and science, you're going to, in addition to the happy numbers, one thing that you're going to have is to do color sorting. So there's a color sorting mat that you can print. Or if you have cups or bowls in these colors, if you have some learning games, you might have something that has all those colors. And then what I want you to do is take a bin or a tub or a bowl and fill it with things of all these colors. So things like some of the craft pom-poms, crayons, feathers, small pieces of paper, keeping in mind if you have little ones that put things in their mouth, sequins, beads, etc., all different things in these colors. If you have foods in these colors, if you have blueberries and green grapes and strawberries and pieces of carrots and bananas or a small lemon, grape, whatever. Find some things that you can put together that then they can sort by these colors. And that's what you're going to do for a couple of days. Another day for math or science, you're going to use paint and you're going to have this printout, or you can do it just on regular paper. You don't even have to have the printout, but it talks about color mixing. So you're going to have out the colors, just primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And then they're going to take one finger or a Q-tip, dip it in yellow, and put a big plop of yellow. Dip it in blue, put a big plop of blue. Then you want to let them take their fingers, dip it in both, and mix them together so that they understand what color mixing does. Now, if you don't have this printout, you can just draw circles and you can show them that yellow and blue, you mix them together, you get green. Red and yellow, mix them together, you get orange. Blue and red, mix them together, you get purple. You can talk about how putting more of one or the other changes what that hue of that color looks like, but that's going to be a math or science activity. For gross motor, continue to use Go Noodle, and then also take sidewalk chalk in different colors, draw some circles outside. You can color them in or leave them. Draw them, you can draw them like kind of in a zigzag pattern to make like sort of an obstacle course. You could draw them going in a straight line, and then tell them, let's jump to yellow, let's hop to green, let's slide to pink, let's crawl to blue. Some different physical motions and activities, and have them go through those, jumping from those different colors. Now for sensory activities, you're going to need an ice cube tray or some kind of, if you have a baking, you could even use a cupcake pan, something that has different sections that you can put water in, put a couple of drops of food coloring in, and freeze it. Once it's frozen, then you want to take it outside, let them on the sidewalk or on some paper play with those ice cubes as they're melting to see about mixing the colors. If you use food coloring, know that it will stain. If that's something that's going to bother you or your little one, put gloves on their hands. Or if this is an activity that just is, if you know that the color on your hands is going to really bother them, don't do it. The other sensory activity we're going to do for the week is making a sensory bottle. So you'll need an empty water bottle. A Voss water bottle, if you have one, works really good. You could also use a small Gatorade bottle, but just a small clear bottle. You're going to fill it about a quarter of the way with dry white rice. Brown rice is fine too, but white rice is easier for them to usually see the other things from. So fill it about a quarter of the way with the rice, and then drop in a few of the little things that you've been color sorting. So the pom-poms, any kind of little trinkets of different colors. Then a little bit more rice, a little bit more stuff, a little bit more rice, a little bit more stuff. When you get it to where it's almost full, put the cap on, use some tape or some hot glue and seal it up, and then let them turn it and ask them, can you find something red? Can you find something blue? If you have the little cheap magnetic letters that spell out their name, if they'll fit in the mouth of your bottle, you can put those in there, see if they can find the letters in their name. Okay, a couple of craft things or fine motor things that we're going to do. The first one is a red strawberry, and you're just going to either sponge or brush paint the whole strawberry red, and then you can either paint or color this part green. But what you can also do is trace their hand on green paper and use that for the stem. It makes a really cute activity. Okay, an orange carrot. There is a sample of what these craft activities look like. So the orange carrot is just cut out the carrot shape and then cut out their handprint. Paint them to make the carrot. The yellow chicks are done with sponges, so if you can cut just a little square of sponge, let them sponge around a couple of circles, and then you can fill in the other areas. On Thursday, we're going to talk about gathering green, so go outside, find some things that are green, some leaves, some pieces of grass, bring them in. You can either leave them all together, sort through them, or you can glue them down on a piece of paper and write the word green on it. And then on Friday is a blue octopus. That's just made out of a toilet paper roll, so let them paint it first, then cut and roll up the legs, put a little face on it, okay? And you're gonna get this page which shows you all the examples of what they should look like when they're done. Another craft that's fun is bubble wrap painting. So if you roll out a piece of bubble wrap, let them brush or finger paint on it, and then you take a piece of paper and just put it down on top and sort of rub and pull it up, and then you'll see the texture of the paint. Okay, one more activity is a rainbow and a cloud. So you've got this cloud in there, and then if you have party streamers, you can use them to hang down. If you don't, just cut some long strips of some soft either tissue paper, paper towel, which I know is a little scarce right now, but some streamer things hanging down, and let them paint each of those a different color. You can paint it with finger dots, you could paint it with a brush. If you had yarn, if they wanted to paint yarn using their fingers, they could paint on yarn, but what you're gonna make is a rainbow and a cloud. And all of these activities go along with the book, What Makes a Rainbow. Okay, I will upload the reading to the book, What Makes a Rainbow, later today. All right, I hope you all had a happy Easter, and I will see you back in Jacksonville tomorrow.